This is step 3 of solving the Meffert's Vulcano puzzle. If you have not seen steps 1 or 2, step 1 being where we solved these 3 pieces on every side, and step 2 being where we paired up all of these tip pieces, please click on the link in the description to be taken to these steps. What we are going to be doing in step 3, this video, is pairing up 4 of these 6 edge pairs. And we're going to be doing that by doing 2 at a time. When solving this puzzle, it makes the last step a lot easier and a lot faster if 3 of the 4 edge pairs that you put together are of the same color. So I will be showing you how to do that. What you're going to do first is scan your puzzle for a single slice move that will put 2 edge pieces together. So in this case, I have green and orange here, and green and orange here. So that means when I slice over, I now have green and orange paired together. But instead of just taking them out and slicing back, what you can do to do a second pair is to find the other piece that you pushed out of the way and put it here so that when you slice back, now you'll have a second pair. So this piece that I pushed out of the way is green and yellow. So I'm going to look in these 2 spots for green and yellow. It's right there. And now I'm going to turn the puzzle so that when I take this pair out and put this pair in, this green and yellow piece is right here, so that when you slice back, they're together. So in this case, since this piece is here, take the pair out, bring this piece up, and then this pair back. So now when I slice back, I have green and yellow. So as you can see, I've done green and yellow, and I have done green and orange. And like I said, you want to do 3 of the same color edge pairs. So now I've done the green ones. So now the third edge that I'm going to want to put together is the green and blue one. But before we move on to that, we need to put this pair in to where it goes, and this pair. We were lucky in this case, and this pair already was in where it was supposed to go, so we don't need to worry about that. But usually you'll have to put both of them in the correct spot. So as you can see, this one is in the wrong spot. And since we chose green, we're going to hold it on the bottom, and we're going to take this pair out by replacing it with this one. So we take the pair out, replace it with that one, and bring the pair back, and then reset your centerpieces. Now you want to put this edge pair into here. So what you're going to do, just like you would on a normal pyraminx, you're going to match up the other color that's not green, bring the other side up, match up the greens, and bring them down. So now you have the green and yellow pair in the correct spot, and we have the green and orange pair in the correct spot. Now all we have to do is the green and blue pair. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We have green and blue right here, but we also have green and blue right here. Normally, you can have cases where they will be in another sliceable position, meaning if this piece were here, you just turn the side, pair them up, replace them with a different one, and slice back. But in this case, that is impossible with a single slice move because they're on the same slice. So what you're going to want to do is flip one of the pairs that has the 2 pieces on it, and flip a different random one that's not solved yet. So in this case, this one's not solved, and we're not working with it. This one is not solved, but we are working with it. So you're going to do an algorithm that is best described by using hand motions rather than words, rather than letters or an algorithm. And I'm going to explain this because it makes it a lot easier to understand if you just look at what I'm doing. So you're going to want to hold the puzzle by grabbing this tip on the bottom right and by grabbing the top. You're going to bring the right side down and back. You're going to take your hand off, put it on the right one up here, down and back. And keeping your hand on this one here, you're going to do right, up, and forward. You're going to go back to this one, up, and forward. And what that did was it left this one alone, and it switched this pair and this pair. So now, as you can see, you can do a single slice move and pair these up. So, pair them up like this, and now, when I slice back, I want to solve another pair. So normally when I'd slice back, I would solve this one. But as you can tell, it already solved itself. So instead of doing what we would normally do, we are going to just take this pair out and then do the last one on our own. So we replace the pair that we wanted with a different one, reset the centers, and then slice back. So now, on our green side, you can tell that we messed up a little bit. We didn't mess up the cube like what we have done so far, but we have taken out one of the two pieces, edge pairs, that we worked on. So now, we're going to start putting these in the correct spot again. So this green and yellow one, as we did before, match up the other color, other side up, match up the greens, and bring this down. And then find the other one, which is blue and green here, match up the other color, this side up, match up the greens, and back down. So now we have the green face completely done, and we have 3 edges here that we need to solve. So now if you click on the link in the description, you will be taken to part 4, where we solve all 3 of these remaining edge pairs, meaning putting this one in the right spot, and then solving the last 2 and putting them in their right spot.